Silverang joins us with how long these storms will last. Brooke.
All right, we have those summer-like storms, as you mentioned, mostly inland, but we can't rule out maybe 1 or 2 showers still near the coast as you go throughout the rest of your evening hours. There's that view from the Jupiter Lighthouse, looking like a very lovely Sunday. Temperatures running warm, low 80s, feeling more like 88 degrees, so humidity definitely making things feel just a tad warmer when you still step outside. As for the radar, we do have some quiet conditions there along most of the Treasure Coast right now. As we take a view all the way further south, we've been watching this cluster of storm activity just to the south of Belglade. Right now, just hovering there to the north of Alligator Alley, but it is producing some very heavy rainfall. Not a lot of lightning strikes, but something we're going to continue to monitor for you as we go throughout the rest of those evening hours. As we fast forward, though, we do have maybe a stray shower, as I mentioned, still possible, especially near the lake. Can't rule out maybe a shower along the coastal areas, but most of that rain does stay very limited and very confined throughout the area as we go throughout the rest of your evening. So a little breezy at times, winds coming in out of the east at around 23 miles per hour there in Jupiter, 15 over in Indiantown. As we go hour by hour for you, again, keeping that stray shower in the forecast as we head throughout the remainder of your evening. Treasure Coast temperatures falling into the low 70s tonight, and then we should see those upper 70s along the Palm Beaches. When I come back, I'll let you know what we're tracking in the tropics and what else to expect over the next several days.
It looked very similar to that scene there in Martin County on Friday when I was there covering the brush fire.
All
just
night.
Smoky, yeah.
And you can just see, the gradual, smoke just lingering. I know you were in it, you smelled it. I'm sure you were like, I don't want to be out there again.
The hair just retains the smoke
Sticks
smell.
around, yeah, not campfire vibes, but definitely you want to be precautious over the next few days, since we're still not looking at a lot of rainfall really helping us out of these drought conditions, but at least we're seeing some rain. A lot of that rain, though, ending up on the other half of the state there. West Palm Beach, we do have the cloud coverage. Earlier today, temperature is a little warmer than yesterday, a couple degrees above our average, but still below 90 degrees. So we got a big break from all those very hot temperatures we experienced pretty much all throughout May. 87 is the average for this time of the year. We're going to see temperatures hovering near average, but we do have some very hot temperatures on the way as we get closer to the end of the brand new work week coming up. 84 right now in West Palm Beach. Southeast wind, 17 miles per hour. Warm, moist air moving in, keeping our temperatures feeling a bit warmer, feeling more like 88 degrees out the door. Over the next 12 hours, temperatures do stay steady in the 80s. We do have a chance for a shower or two as we head throughout the remainder of your evening. Overnight, can't rule out maybe an isolated shower, but we start the morning off nice and dry. Second half of the day, though, that's when we start to see these afternoon storms developing. So sea breeze pattern kicking in this late afternoon. Most of that rain activity near Lake Okeechobee, just to the south of Belglade. We had some good cells earlier, starting to weaken as they got closer to Alligator Alley there, but looking pretty quiet, though, offshore at the moment. So let me show you that 7-day forecast real fast. Again, temperatures near average once again for your Monday. Then the heat, humidity is on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Temperatures back into the mid-90s then. As we get into the end of the work week all the way through next weekend, we could be dealing with record heat, afternoon storms, so very summer-like pattern in place. Second day of the hurricane season and still very quiet in the tropical department. Nothing to track there in the Atlantic, in the Caribbean, or in the Gulf of Mexico over the next 2 to several days. But of course, we'll keep you posted if anything were to be a threat. Now, as we head throughout the remainder of tonight, temperatures, again, staying pretty mild, but we do have the chance for, again, a couple spotty showers, mostly near Lake Okeechobee throughout the rest of the night tonight. Maybe a stray shower near the Treasure Coast. Heading into tomorrow morning, starting off nice and quiet. We do have a chance to see some storms developing a little right around 11 a.m. through 2 o'clock near the coast, and then they drift off towards the west for the second half of the day. Could have a lingering shower near midnight, so we're kind of in that summer-like pattern over the next few days. Wednesday looking very similar as well. So as we take a look at the beach and boating for tomorrow, coastal storm possible. Look for a northeasterly breeze around 10 to 15 knots. Rip current risk is still high whenever we have the onshore wind. Seas at around 1 to 2 feet offshore. Temperatures in the mid 80s to the lower 80s across the coastal areas. So pretty nice as we head throughout those evening hours for you. If you have any errands to run, it's not too hot out there. Again, not experiencing what we saw all of the month of May. So a little breeze still lingering for this evening. Quick shower possible. Otherwise, temperatures falling into the 60s along Lake Okeechobee And then we have the 70s along our coastal communities. Tomorrow, we're going to heat things up into the upper 80s along the coast, 90s closer to Lake O. So we have the onshore wind still as we head throughout your day tomorrow. It's the time of the year that you're going to want to keep the umbrella close by. So do you have a chance to see rainstorms developing each and every day? As for the severe criteria, we could have 1 or 2 strong storms likely each and every day as well, especially when we have that daytime heating really kicking in as we get into that brand new work week. Jade?
Meteorologist Brooke Silverang joins us now to let us know if we can expect more rain into the work week. Brooke?
All right, thank you, Jade. And yes, those summer-like showers will continue for tomorrow. But taking that view from the airport, looking out to the city there, looking nice and quiet. We do have a few lingering clouds, a couple spotty showers in the vicinity. But otherwise, we did see a pretty nice weekend overall. Temperatures, believe it or not, in the mid to upper 80s across the board, so a break from that heat. And watching, though, a couple spotty showers just off to the western of Lake Okeechobee, and a couple little showers as we take a look from Palm Beach to Lake Park, all the way up into Juneau Beach. Some light rainfall there, some quick moving showers, especially since we do have that strong onshore wind still. So as we fast forward all the way into the overnight, we're going to keep a lingering shower through the morning. And then by the afternoon, we should start to see more rain activity developing mostly inland, pushing towards the western half of the state, leaving our coastal areas fairly quiet. Upper 70s, low 80s out the door for Sebastian. All the way to Indiantown, much cooler for Okeechobee. You're at 73 degrees. And as we head down towards the Palm Beaches, we have low 80s, upper 70s. So still kind of warm for this time of the night thanks to the winds and also the clouds that we have sticking around. So as we go throughout the overnight hours, we're still going to see the chance for maybe a stray shower or 2. But tomorrow, best chance of rain along the coastal areas will be in that mid-morning period. But then by the afternoon, we start to clear things out pretty nicely. When I come back, we'll take another look at that future track and also just a look at those hot temperatures we're expecting and a check on the tropics. Jade? Some awesome tips there from Jeff. Hey, take a look at Boca Raton earlier today. A lot of boaters out taking advantage of the quiet conditions we had in the intercoastal. Of course, we did see some big waves offshore earlier today. 81 degrees, southeast wind, 9 miles per hour. Feels like temperature there in the low 80s. You have the dew point and humidity in the low 70s. I am tracking just a few spotty showers, nothing on the crazy side, no thunderstorm activity, just some light rainfall near the gardens, passing over Juneau Beach there. Also another light shower near downtown West Palm Beach, moving in off from the Atlantic, and then a couple more spotty showers just off the coast of Boca and Highland Beach. As we go throughout the overnight hours, going to keep that stray shower in the forecast for you as we go into the early morning. And then we do have a chance to see a couple more showers building in by the afternoon, pushing inland. But afternoon temperatures do reach the upper 80s once again, so right around average for this time of the year. And then after that, we're going to hit those 90s. We're going to heat things up for you mid to upper 90s by the weekend, where we could see temperatures nearing record heat here across South Florida and the Treasure Coast. So a couple spotty showers throughout the overnight, and then tomorrow morning we could wake up to a few showers along the coast. Second half of the day, most of the rain activity west of the Turnpike and 95, pushing towards the western half of the state there. And then our coastal areas looking pretty quiet. So yeah, we're going to be in that pattern, kind of like what we had earlier today. Now heading into your Tuesday, less rainfall. We have that classic sea breeze setup. We'll start the morning off with just a few clouds. Second half of the day, a little bit more sunshine along the coast. And then most of that rain piling up on the western half of the state, where they are experiencing drought conditions as well. So all of this rain will be very beneficial. In fact, we are well within the rainy season. Temperatures right now ranging from the low 70s to the 80s to right around the upper 70s from Vero Beach, right around 81 degrees in Boynton Beach. West Palm also in the low 80s. And then overnight through tomorrow morning, we're not going to see a big drop of our temperatures, but we're going to see our numbers dropping to where they should be, upper 60s along Lake Okeechobee, low to mid 70s along the coastal areas for the Treasure Coast. And then South Florida, you can see those mid to upper 70s tomorrow morning. Afternoon calling for just a little breeze at times, an isolated shower or 2 in the forecast, an isolated thunderstorm in the daytime heating inland for the second half of the day, but temperatures back into the 90s. We're going to keep that coastal in the forecast for you. Northeast wind at around 10 to 15 knots, and then seas at around 1 to 2 feet offshore, light chop in the intercoastal, high tide just before 6 a.m. Now it is the second day of the hurricane season and nothing to track for now in the Atlantic, in the Gulf, or in the Caribbean Sea. So as we fast forward a couple days, we have that moisture building in there for your Monday. Tuesday a little bit drier, Wednesday not looking too bad either. And then we have that sea breeze pattern throughout your Thursday. Friday, bringing in some showers and storms along the coastal areas. So we are going to be tracking just a little bit more rainfall in the upcoming days there. So here's a look over the next several days. Mid to upper 90s make the return to the forecast, where we could be dealing with record heat and feels like temperatures back in the triple digits. Here's another look at that 7-day first warning forecast, certified the most accurate here in South Florida. It's, the time of the year we want to keep the umbrella around, Jade, but we have those hot temperatures making a return by the end of the work week.
All right, Brooke. Looks like summer is here.
It's not going anywhere anytime soon, guys.
Oh, man. Okay. Well,
8 months of it.
Unfortunately.